It is game number 160 of 162. It's the final start of the season for Jameson Taillon, and Aaron Judge is taking one more swing at history. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Yankees Game Night.
It's just a reaction.
Goodness gracious! This is Yankees Game Night.
Quick programming note. Tune in this Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. for the world premiere of Chasing History, the Aaron Judge documentary about his amazing season, produced by this channel, featuring a ton of other content creators and Yankees personalities. I'll see you then. All right. Dr. Hitskin says Peraza has got to play. The kid just keeps raking. How's it going, everybody? This amazing story about a Judge from the big city is becoming a Western. Day 2 of the Aaron Judge History Watch, deep in the heart of Texas. Yankees closing in on 100 wins. They've got 2 cracks at it. They just picked up win number 99, game 1 of the doubleheader. But before we get started, I wanted to give out a thank you to the community. We just crossed the 28,000 subscriber milestone. Judge has been quietly slumping since home run number 60. The batting average has fallen, and he is no longer the leader for the Triple Crown. The pressure is clearly beginning to take its toll. He has 9 for his last 39 since he tied Babe Ruth. That's a .231 average, so it's obviously starting to get to him just a little bit. 1 for 5 in today's game. He remains stuck at 61. But stuck at 61. Most guys don't hit 61 home runs over the course of 2 years, so let's not beat up on him too much. Today he was hacking at the first pitch a lot. Grounded out in his first at-bat, flied out in his second bat, popped out in his third at-bat. Fourth at-bat, he lined a base hit to right field to get his average back to 310. But the home run wait continues, and with probably less than 10 plate appearances remaining over the final 2 games, there's a real chance that he won't get to 62. But he is already tied with Roger Maris. He is already a holder of the American League home run record, but he wants to hold it by himself. He wants to break the record. The idea is to break the record. Nobody wants him to be stuck at 61, but if he does end up at 61, it's still a hell of an accomplishment. But for the sake of my documentary, I would like him to hit number 62 and to do it tonight. To me, there's just one solution. The Yankees need to lay on an absolute ass whipping on the Rangers in Game 2 and make them have to use a position player or 2 to pitch. I'm talking 20 runs. Bring the fury and the thunder. Do it for Judge. Get him 6 at-bats or 6 plate appearances. This is the way it has to happen. You got to put up some runs. Get win number 100.
Excellent.
Wayne Wilcox says he's no longer banking on 62. I don't think we can safely bank on 62. I think there's a legit possibility that he stays stuck on 61. But that's still a hell of a job. So last night, the topic of the podcast was whether or not Oswald Peraza had hit his way into the postseason lineup, into the postseason discussion at the very least, after a couple of hits. I suspect he had not, but he definitely helped his cause today. And I'd imagine the buzz is going to continue, especially with Donaldson hitting in the 220s. Also, Ron Marinaccio headed to the IL. He's going to miss the ALDS. He was placed on the IL with shin stress reaction. Not a stress fracture, just a stress reaction. I don't know what really that means. He's got a 2.05 ERA this season. I know what that means. Batters hit under 200 against him. I know what that means. So that's a tough loss. And he's going to be out for the ALDS. Boone had said it wasn't going to be a big deal. I told you guys last night it wasn't going to be a big deal. But unfortunately, he was mistaken, and hence I was mistaken. Today was all about the performances of the kids. Yankees got on the board in the first inning, courtesy of Oswaldo Cabrera, who is turning into Shane Spencer.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
6th home run of the season. He's deadly from the left side. And what you see with Oswaldo Cabrera is a kid who realizes now that he can hit Major League pitching. The confidence is there. And once you've got that confidence going, it's just a matter of honing your craft to eliminate weaknesses before you become a polished professional. I think he's on his way to becoming a very good professional baseball player. Major League baseball player. You're a professional baseball player if you're in the minor leagues, but Major League level. I think he's going to be a very good player. You know, the fact that he can switch hit, he makes contact, he plays great on defense wherever you put him. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. And the league will adjust to him. Same with Peraza. But they've shown me enough that I think that they've got the right type of personality to bounce back. You know? Rangers answered back against Jameson Taillon with 2 runs in the bottom half of the first. But then the kids struck back again.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
First big league dinger for Oswald Peraza. And it was crushed. That tied the game. He singled in his next at-bat and then stole second base easily and then scored on a single by Marwin Gonzalez, showcasing the speed. I got to give it to him. The kid can play. Manufacturing runs, I love it. After today's game, he's batting .349 with a .917 OPS. And as Larry David would say, that is pretty good. Now, Word Lifer says, don't overrate September numbers. Call-ups means weaker pitchers. Now, that's certainly true. It's truer than it has been all year. The pitchers are weaker, but you don't have 40-man rosters anymore where you got the dredges of the minor leagues coming up. It's 28 guys on the roster. So, you're still seeing big league pitchers. And there's that old saying, don't believe what you see in September or in March, right? Higashioka, 7 home runs in September, tearing it up. Or 7 home runs in March, tearing it up in September. So he's got a point there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from these guys. Some guys, when you call them up, you think, that guy has some tools. Estevan Florial, you call up and you see that he's toolsy. He's got speed. He's got strength. Clint Frazier had bat speed, just built like a brick shithouse, looked like an athlete. But when some guys get called up, you say, that's a ball player. Okay? Peraza and Cabrera are ball players. And that's exactly what the Yankees have been missing. Taillon went 6. He gave up 4. He was just okay. Not really a playoff performance. I mean, just kind of a standard run-of-the-mill outing for him. Top 8, Kyle Higashioka continued his hot hitting.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
3rd home run for the Yankees on the day. King of spring and of September. But in October, I think you have to stick with Trevino. Yanks ended up taking the lead on a clutch base hit by Harrison Bader to go up 5-4. Love that guy. He actually makes contact when you got runners on base, something the Yankees have been missing. He's my sleeper to have a big postseason. Rangers had a chance to tie it in the 9th, but a base running error cost them. And the Yankees pick up win number 99.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Sam Chrisley says Cabrera is that guy. I love it. And Parks and Young says, why is Hicks playing? He's so bad. Doesn't matter who you play this time of year. And he played pretty well the last couple of days. We got to give out the belt. And this is the first ever career belt for Mr. Oswald Peraza. First of many.
Belt winner.
Montine Aline says, started following the Yankees much more because of you, Derek. I appreciate that. Always happy to welcome somebody to the dark side. My in-laws are Cubs fans, but my father-in-law specifically, Cubs fan, and he watches a lot of the recaps, and he said he started rooting for the Yankees more because of this. So I'm glad to bring more people into the fold. That's what it's all about. Wayne J says he might go with Herman over Tyone, maybe. He's talking about the playoff rotation. I think either one of them would be a good call. My hope is that you don't need them. My hope is that you win the first round 3-0, and then in the second round, maybe you go with whoever pitched better in round one, out of the bullpen or whatever. I don't, in the postseason, a lot of times you'll see starters pitch out of the pen, and there's a good chance that they'll use one of these guys out of the pen. I think Herman's stuff plays better out of the pen, but also you have 5 days between the end of the season and the division series. So if somebody doesn't pitch in round one and they've got this long layoff, all of a sudden they haven't pitched in 2 weeks. So you might go with, whomever you choose to give innings to out of the pen for game 4. We'll see. We'll see. Not really making a lot of sense there. I'm just kind of thinking through it as I talk about it. Michael Joyner says, let's get to 100 wins. I can get behind that. And let's get to home run number 62. But first, let's watch through the highlights together. From your American League Eastern champion, New York Yankees. And Sean Browning says Harrison Bader has proven to be a good move. I agree 100%. He's been fantastic. This is the home run by Cabrera into the third or maybe fourth row. It was a breaking ball, and he just squared it up. Good cut. This was a nice play in right field by Marwin Gonzalez. He made a couple of nice plays out there today, including a game-ending double play. This was a shot to right field that tied the game for the Rangers. Yankees bounce back. Oswald Peraza putting on his yard work gloves deep to left. Second or third row again, but a line shot hit very hard. Love the swing, love the follow through. Marwin Gonzalez singling him in later on after he had stolen second base. That put the Yankees up. Adolis Garcia, though, tomahawking one to left field into the first row for a home run. Caught by a Yankee fan, looked like he gave it away. But Higashioka gets the fastball right down the middle. Where's that pitch to Judge? 10th home run of the season for Higgy. And then Harrison Bader with the big hit. And the Yankees win game number 99 this season. Aroldis Chapman picks up the victory. He's got a 4.46 ERA on the season. Judge 1 for 5. Rizzo 0 for 3. Cabrera 1 for 3 with the RBI. Bader 1 for 4. Hicks 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. That guy can't hit for nothing. Peraza 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. First home run. First stolen base. What a day for him. Was that his first stolen base? Second stolen base. I apologize. Didn't credit him. Kiner Falefa goes 1 for 4. Gonzalez goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. And Higashioka, now hitting .226, goes 1 for 3 with home run number 10 and drew a walk. On the pitching side, Tyone, as I mentioned, just okay. Gave up 7 hits and 2 walks, struck out 5. Chapman gets the win. He actually looked pretty good. The splitter was really nice today. Weissert had some nasty stuff going today. He might pitch in both games. He was the appointed 29th man. And Jonathan Loaizaga picks up the save, his second save of the year. Nice job by Johnny Lowe. He's lowered that ERA down to 4.13. Still not amazing for a reliever, but you would love to get him back over or under 4 for the season before the end of the season. That's probably not going to happen unless he pitches like 2 innings tomorrow, and I can't see them using him for that kind of an extended outing in a game that means nothing. So looks like he's going to finish with an ERA over 4 for the year. Jack Arnold says, love how 2 months ago people hated the Monty trade for Bader, but now people love Bader. Yeah, it's it's interesting, isn't it? The guy has really turned it on since he came here. He's you got to get a look at somebody before you know what he brings to the table. And I think what he brings to the table is exactly what the Yankees need: energy, contact. I know he's only hitting 250, but it doesn't seem like a big strikeout guy. Especially with runners on base, he seems to shorten up his swing, take a balanced approach, and he's an unbelievable defensive outfielder. So we got to give a round of applause to Bader. And thank you for the nice comment. All right. Blondu says, who will we play in the first round of the playoffs? So it's going to come down to who wins the Guardians versus the Mariners series. I think it's probably going to be the Mariners. They've got Castillo, who was a big trade deadline acquisition. He's filthy. He's got that ace level stuff. That's what wins in the playoffs. And I think we're going to face him, but it might be the third time through the rotation for him by the time we face him. Jack says we should do a non-biased playoff prediction. Oh yeah, I'm going to. There's going to be a playoff preview episode with Jason Surge. We're filming it on Thursday, but I'm not sure when it's going to come out. Probably Saturday or Sunday. Chasing 28 says love this time of year. Me too. I got the windows open. Breeze coming through the house. I got the hoodie on. So look, we're rounding up towards the end of the season here. The documentary is going to come out tomorrow night. I'm working feverishly on it. And tonight, I'm probably not going to do a recap unless Aaron Judge hits number 62. And if he hits number 62, it's just going to be a Judge hits number 62 recap / reaction. Because I'm working on this doc. And then we will do a recap tomorrow. If he doesn't go get it, it's going to be the final chance for him this year. And we'll break into a couple of live at-bats. And then after the game, we'll have a recap. And at 9:30-ish, maybe slightly later, it just depends on what happens tomorrow, how much footage. I mean, if he hits 61, if he finishes with 61, the doc is already done. If he hits 62, I've got some work to do. So 9:30-ish, that's why it says with the little squiggly next to 9:30. A good chance that it'll be up 9:30, but it might be 9:45, 10 o'clock, just depending on how tomorrow plays out. But we will have a premiere. It'll be a ton of fun. A couple more comments before we call it a day. Lori C says, congrats on 28K. Appreciate it. I'm not really someone who gets obsessed with the number of subscribers. I hear a lot of people in a lot of videos saying, oh, like and subscribe. And it's definitely important, definitely helps the channel. But to me, it's just about putting out quality content and giving you guys somewhere to go after the game. So I appreciate you guys joining this community and making it what it is. For me, it's about views. It's about total views. And we've got over 8.7 million views right now, which we were the number one Yankees channel outside of Yankees Avenue for a while. Talking Yanks passed us around the trade deadline, but given this offseason, we might go ahead. We might not. Who knows? But it's as long as we're in the discussion, that's all I care about. But I appreciate everybody who joined today. Yankees win this one 5-4. Player of the game, Oswald Peraza. One more time from John Sterling.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
UT says, let's hope 99 gets 62 and the Yankees get 100 later tonight. 100% agree. See you next time.